So, chaps, June 22nd, 1940 rolls around. I'm going to try and get myself a bit more light. Oh well. It's, again, something that is largely surreal. Hitler has defeated France. They've sought armistice, and what does Hitler do? Because he knows his drama. He gets the same railway carriage that the Germans signed the armistice in 1918 from wherever it was hiding, or a museum, and brought to Compiègne to be where the French signed their surrender. Now apparently Mussolini, I laugh because the man's idiot, Hitler's idiot too, but Mussolini thought he was cleverer, it seems. I've been talking to Hitler in meetings and the like up until the 22nd and trying to get concessions, and Hitler apparently was basically giving him that, give talk to the hand kind of treatment. I got this image of Mussolini going, oh, I want this, that and the other, and Hitler sort of munching one of his cakes going, yeah, okay, you'll go wherever you want, mate. And then after Mussolini goes, so, are we going to watch any films today? Mussolini wanted to be at the table. He wanted Italy to play a part of it. And apparently, I laugh because it's Adolf Hitler. Hitler very firmly, but politely, apparently, said no. And you know why? Obviously. This is his moment. This is what the whole Nazi movement in a way was geared towards. This is what started in the beer halls in Munich and the rest in 1918, 1919. All the way through the Weimar Republic, all the way through the Great Depression and the rise of Nazi Germany and the rearmament. Hitler has defeated the old enemy. He has avenged Versailles. So he wants his moment. Now, you can only imagine what the French were thinking. Again, as I said with the Paris video, unthinkable in the last war, unthinkable even in the Franco-Prussian War of 1871. Now not only is Paris under the Nazi yoke, the French are sat round a table with a man they dismissed probably in 1939, who is saying, look, here I am, chaps, I'm your conqueror. The carriage gets taken off to Berlin. Now, I'm sure I read somewhere it was destroyed in a bombing raid in 1942, but then I think I've read something else that it was being spirited out of a museum in 1945, so I don't know what's happened with it. I'm going to have to Google it. Google's your friend, as somebody once said on YouTube. So where is it? I'm going to have to read it from here. The Germans will... apparently it's less harsh than what the French were expecting according to this book. The Germans will occupy 3/5 of metropolitan France, but a French government will be responsible for the unoccupied zone and will be permitted to raise a small force for the preservation of order. However, all warships are to be recalled to France and laid up under German or Italian supervision. France has found it difficult to swallow other German demands. All anti-Nazi German refugees are to be handed over to the German authorities. Any French nationals caught fighting for Britain are to be shot at once. All French prisoners of war will remain in German camps, and the armistice takes effect as soon as France has signed a similar agreement with Italy tomorrow. Hitler does a little jig to celebrate, and British propaganda messed about with it to make Hitler look spasticated, effectively, forgive my un-PC expression. He then looks at the 1918 Armistice Memorial stone thingy-majig, reads the inscription, and then has it blown up. Fuck me. This is it. I've had enough. Yeah, so they surrendered in Alsace-Lorraine, 500,000, Brittany 200,000, 1.5 million French troops now in German hands. And I'll try and put a picture of Hitler's little jig after this video. But as it says there, Weygand, after even de Gaulle said let's carry the fight on in North Africa, said, where is it? In a week, Britain will have her neck run like a chicken, to which Churchill, when he heard, famously said, some neck, some chicken. It's over. The war in France is over. That was 80 years ago. And the scars are still with us, I'd imagine, certainly if you're French anyway, of a certain age. So chaps, let's have a look at my notes. Actually, you know what, chaps? Because I'm going to be here all night otherwise. Hitler turns up in Paris on June 23rd. I could have sworn my notes said June 25th, so what do I know? Excuse me. It's the only time Hitler will go to Paris in the war anyway. I don't know if he got there here. I don't think he got there any time after the First World War. Indeed, before it, Hitler never left Europe in his lifetime. I'm amazed at that, but it's Hitler, so, you know, who cares. So Hitler turns up in France, he's having a look around. There's that famous picture of him, of course, before the Eiffel Tower. I'll put it on the end of the video. And he's making notes, he looks at the tomb of Napoleon and all the rest of it, and he's thinking, yes, I like this. Well, he's with Albert Speer, his flavour of the month. And what do you do if you're Hitler and Speer? You think to yourself, well, yes, when we win the war, and they already started it in a way in Berlin, we're going to remake Berlin as a world capital, the Reichshauptstadt, Germania, wherever they were going to call that. Good old Berlin. Going to stick a massive great hall in it that can hold 100,000 people and all the rest of it, and we're going to ape what Paris has. The Champs-Élysées is all round dandy, but we're going to have the Avenue of Fitzroy, or the Fitzroy Avenue. It's going to be 5-10 times wide. You can have the east-west axis, but the Fitzroy Avenue will go down to the Great Hall. And at the top of it, what are we going to have? Well, forget the Arc de Triomphe. We're going to have something that's 10 times bigger. The Fitzroy Arch, and it's going to have the names of every German soldier that died in the First and Second Wars. Never returned to Paris. I think he went to France a couple of times after 1940. But other than that, Paris was left alone. As day trips go, it's got to be one of the most famous in history. And that image of Hitler in front of the Eiffel Tower has now been, altered for various things. Like I think Man in the High Castle has him in front of the Statue of Liberty. The latest edition of SSGB by Len Dayton, or the edition before the TV series, has him across the river from Parliament. And that's it, really. 80 years ago on June 23rd. So all of that happened in a space of a couple of days.